It's Dr. Stephanie, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the ritual of rest. I know I've said before, and I'll say it again, the number one pain point for us, high achieving Black women, is that we are exhausted. I cannot tell you how many clients I have, how many sister friends I have, and myself included, who are feeling absolutely exhausting. There's not enough hours in the day to do all of the things that we want to do. And so I was reflecting on this, and I remember when I first started working with my coach, and we were trying to just kind of excavate and dig under some stuff and kind of really clear things out so that I could show up the way I truly wanted to show up authentically. One of the things that she encouraged me to do was to create rituals. She said, make it sacred, whether that's your time for meditation, that's your time for journaling, that's your time for reflection. And there was something that was so powerful about that, because the things that I consider to be sacred, like my prayer closet or my time, in church, or sometimes my time with my family, those things don't get scratched off the calendar. They don't get moved around because they are sacred. And so it made me say, I think that we need to have rituals of rest. We need to think of our rest as being sacred, just like we think of other things that we do as being sacred. No one would knock on the door of my prayer closet and interrupt me unless it was absolutely an emergency. Same thing. There need to be some rituals that I have and that you have in place around rest, that no one is going to knock on the door because they know that that time is sacred for you. When I work with really high achieving professionals, one of the things that comes up is, well, I don't have time to rest. I don't have time to take a break. I have to hustle, hustle, hustle. I have to get it done because nobody else is going to do it. And the first thing that we need to shift is our mindset. I have a friend who was a CEO of a major corporation. And she said that one of her biggest things that she's done throughout her whole life that has helped her the most is, since she was about 25 years old, she decided that she was going to get 8 hours of sleep every single night. And one of the things that she said is that if it needs to be done today, it will still be there tomorrow. Me going to sleep is not going to change the fact that that work still needs to get done. So why don't I just go to sleep and finish it tomorrow? So she made a ritual of her rest. Her sleep is sacred. Everybody around her knows that it's sacred. She doesn't get texts. She doesn't get disturbed or phone calls. And if she tries to break her own boundary, people will be like, why are you still awake? I thought that this was your bedtime. And that's how serious we have to be about our rest, because society has tried to pull the wool over our eyes and make us think that everything is urgent, right? Doesn't it feel that way sometimes, that everything is urgent? Well, things might be urgent, but not everything that's urgent is important. We get to decide what's important, and we get to decide what's urgent. So we cannot feel like everything is urgent. It's like our nervous system is on high alert at all times. That is the exact opposite of rest. We are human beings, not humans doing. We need time to just be. And that comes in the form of rest. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about different types of rest, because I believe there's active rest and passive rest, but we need all of it. We need rest and we need more of it. So I'm encouraging you and challenging you to create rituals around rest, things that make it sacred, things that make it that you will not be disturbed and that you will not scratch it off your to-do list because it's non-negotiable, and things that make it special, meaningful, and intentional for you. Add a component of mindfulness to your rest, so that resting is not just collapsing at the end of the day in front of the boob tube, as we used to call it, and letting the television watch us until we fall off to sleep. That's some rest, but that's not quality rest. So I'll be continuing to talk about what I consider to be rituals of rest, but that's an introduction as to what I mean when I say rituals of rest. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time, because this is a topic that I believe we all need. Take care. Bye-bye.